I feel like everybody can do something good enough that people will fuck with it enough to want to pay you. So why don't you explore that?
All right, guys. So we're about to go over to my tattoo artist shop. I don't know if I told you guys before, but yes, I'm going to be shooting a podcast with him today. Do I know what I'm going to be talking about? No, not really.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Femi Daniel Show. I'm with my guy here, Derrick, and this is where I got my first tattoo from, actually. So, seeing his art, I've always been a fan. So I always get my tattoos from you. I've been paused for a little while, but I'll be back to finish up my sleeve, like we guessed. But I'll let you introduce yourself to them, so they can get to know you, and then we'll just take it from there.
What's up? My name is Derrick. Everybody call me D. Don't nobody call me Derrick. It's cool though. It's cool though.
My bad.
Yeah. I'm a tattoo artist. I'm just an artist in general, but the main thing is tattoos, for sure.
Nice. And how long you started?
I've been tattooing for 12 years now. It's been a minute. Well, it's about to be 12 years next year.
Oh, shit.
So it's been a minute.
Damn, you're like a veteran in this
32 now, man, so it's been a minute.
Damn. Was this like your first art form?
No, I used to draw all the time. As far as I can remember, I just drew. I kind of slowed down in high school, focusing on other stuff, shit I thought was cool. This really what was cool. I wish I never stopped drawing, you know what I'm saying?
So do you still draw on the side here and there?
If I find time, yeah. Between kids and work,
yeah.
Nice,
man. Yeah, because, for where I'm from, I don't know if you know, I'm from Nigeria. Mm-hmm. So this is not really, it's not like a thing to do. My mom wanted to flip when she saw this. Yeah. When she saw it, she wanted to flip. She flipped, not even wanted to, she flipped completely. Okay. So for me, it's like but she's back home in Nigeria, so I know she couldn't do anything. But I've always just wanted tattoos myself personally. Yeah. But it's just seen in this weird light where if you got tattoos back home, you're this bad kid, or you're into a gang, you're into a cult. I don't know if you experienced that growing up. Was that what it's like for you?
No, but it has changed though. It was like that. Either you just fresh out of jail with tattoos or some shit like that, but it's changed. It's high schoolers with full sleeves. Parents bringing in their kids, they got more tats than me. Wow, crazy shit.
Is that a good change to see, or compared to you growing up back then? It was I
would say it's good and bad because back when we was in school, it was if you had one tat, you was the man. You know what I'm saying? They 16, 17, you don't really, your brain not even fully developed as much as it should be to be putting something on your body permanently, but it's good and bad. You can express yourself. Parents is letting people express themselves, so that's cool.
Nice. That's cool. I like how you mentioned, expressing yourself. Is that what made you draw more to tattoos, or do you just feel your art form in general? Because people draw, go into art for different reasons to them. Has that always been a medium for you to express yourself? To where?
Yeah, it's a form of expression, I think. And how can I word it? It's like saying fuck you, really, because especially in certain spots, I don't even planning on getting no job, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just expressing. It's back to expressing yourself.
So when was your first tattoo, though? First one.
Which was so crazy. My stepdad did tattoos, and my mom still made me wait until I was 18 to get a tattoo. And it was, I got one before that and tried to hide it, but she already knew what was going on. But I got her name when I was 18, and it just snowballed from there for real. It wasn't no stop.
Your first year, at that 18, that year, how many did you get done that year?
4 maybe, something like that. He was on the road, and like I said, it was my stepdad, so all I had to do was be like, "Man, what's up?"
I need one
in the same house, like yeah.
So was he like your first mentor kind of stuff, like into?
I mean, I never really looked at it like, yeah, I'm about to start tattooing.
Okay.
It was more so he would teach me with the basics of like drawing and shit. I already was naturally able to draw, but he was like a beast. So it was like, all right, certain shit I just watched and took from him. Because he was real nice with the pen or pencil or whatever.
Yeah.
And as far as tattooing, I never really even looked at it like that. Like, let me pay attention. It was just cool to see him doing it. I never thought I was gonna be tattooing.
Till around what time? Or did you have like a previous job before? Like,
yeah, I had a few jobs. I remember when I started tattooing, I was working at Subway.
On work.
And I just started tattooing on myself. And every day I just would do something different on myself. I wanted tats, ain't had no money, so started tattooing myself. People started seeing it, coming through there.
Right.
And that's how that started. And then my first year, I wasn't fucking with nobody, just to not mess nobody up, though.
Gotcha.
And after that, yeah, people started saying they want to pay you to all right, I'm missing money at work.
Right.
So that eliminated working, because like I said, I'm missing money at work. They calling me while I'm at work. I went in the office one day like, man, this is my another job after that. Go in the office one day like, if y'all can't pay me $75 an hour, then I gotta leave. They was just like, man, you crazy. I'm like, I'm for real though.
So was that how much you were making like each hour tattooing?
Around that. Yeah, it was like 50 and 75, and then just starts going more. Yeah.
Man,
nah, it's $200. $200 US, man.
For me, I'm glad you paid that anytime. Because the way I think about it is like, this is like, you can't really, you can take it off, but like, really wants to go through that. So it's like, you got that one shot to really like put something meaningful on your body today. And for me, my family is not too accepting on this, so at least it should look good if I'm gonna, it better look good.
And just, my bad, and just think about all the stuff you pay for.
Yeah.
That's not worth as much. This for life, so it's important that y'all spend your money the right way, man. Y'all buying shoes, that's more than,
Yeah. No, I feel it for sure. That was the main thing that was important to me, man. If I'm gonna get this shit, I gotta get it right from start. So you saw your stepdad, you said, doing tattoos and everything, and then you started trying it out on yourself. How long was the process between then and like when you actually decided to like, what year was that actually?
That was when I first started, so like 2010, something like that. And then I was doing it on and off. I stopped working in 2011 or 12. That's when I had my last actual job. And it wasn't always, booked like now. It was times when it was, one tat though, like a week. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was never always like this. And I did it myself. I was traveling, working from home, just doing whatever. I never did an apprenticeship. I taught myself everything. Never was in no shop or nothing like that until maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow. So, like, do you recommend that to people, though? Like, if they're trying to get into this or even any art form, do you think express yourself, try?
I say try, but try on yourself. Try on people that's close to you. Because it's a lot of people that, let me try on them, and they still don't got to pay for tests to this day. So, yeah, that's just my way of showing appreciation. For even trusting me or whatever, though, like, that's big.
Ink on your skin.
But you shouldn't, I wouldn't say do that, but a real artist, a real nigga gonna be like, I'm about to figure this out.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to help me, so I'm about to figure this out. So I respect that aspect of it.
For sure. But
make sure you're doing it the right way.
Tell somebody, we tell them try and get an apprenticeship.
Yeah, absolutely. But it got to be the right fit. Yeah. A lot of tattoo shops, it's rock and roll and all of this. I wasn't into that, so I'm like, I'm gonna just do my own thing till something come along, and That's when me and my niggas got together.
Yeah, I mean, you guys' place is different.
It's different.
It's very different.
It's different, man.
It stands out. We're gonna get to that for sure. So would you consider yourself like an entrepreneur, or like you just self-employed for yourself and you're just pursuing your own thing? Or would you say like, if I was gonna describe my career, I'm an entrepreneur, like
Absolutely, yeah. Naturally I am though. And even if I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing something for myself.
For yourself.
Like, yeah. Just knowing the behind the scenes of like, and there's nothing wrong with having a job though, but I feel like everybody can do something good enough that people would fuck with it enough to want to pay you. So why don't you explore that? It's people that can sing. It's people that can model or whatever. Like, do that, man, as opposed to just, getting by. I say, take a risk and jump into that.
That's deep, man. That's for me too, and I've never really been able to hold a job down. Like after I feel like I learned a little bit of something, after that I just try to just get out of there and figure out a way to do it for myself. For sure. That's just the way I've just thought about stuff. So how supportive was your family, friends, significant other in like, if you have any significant other,
Yeah, in the beginning, my mom always supported everything that I did. Even if I was wrong or whatever, she'd let me find out that I was wrong. Like, she'd never be like, she wanted me to go to school. I went to college and all of that. And I say a lot of that got to do with her. Like, yeah, she on my back, but I go, But
did you drop out or you finish college?
No, I did 2 years of school. Ended up getting in trouble. Wasn't making no money. It's like, it just wasn't for me. That's why I hear anybody graduating college, I'm like, no, I respect it because I just couldn't do that. It just wasn't for me. But yeah, I ended up leaving school and trying to figure shit out on my own. I always wanted to be on my own, so yeah.
Man, was your stepdad, because he was into this, was he still was he still in the picture around the time you getting started with this?
Yeah, he was, but he was actually, they had moved, my family moved to South Korea.
Oh, for real?
So I had to really make a choice if I wanted to go there and do that or stay here and figure this out.
They just chose to move, or was there a reason to move?
They was in the Army. My stepdad was in the Army, so they chose to move. I could go if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. Like I said, I wanted to be on my own. I had other family here, other people here, friends, you know what I'm saying? But as far as support, my family always been supportive though, for sure. That's what's up, sure. That's what's up. This is crazy for them to see, man.
Yeah. To see how much it's built.
Yeah, just, knowing I'm at my house to whatever, you know what I'm saying? When I first got into a shop to now, having
your own shop.
Yeah.
What was the experience like going from doing it by yourself at home, then moving into like a shop? Was it someone else's shop and you had to seat there?
It was somebody else's shop. It was a guy that we knew. He opened up a shop and was cool with a couple of my guys from working with him at another shop. So, they hit me, asked me, he was getting his team together before it even opened. So it just happened that way. It was supposed to happen that way, I say. But it would have had to been like that, though, for me to get into a shop. If I never did that, I'd probably just open my own, and it still wouldn't have been this. So I'm glad everything happened on how it happened.
So all y'all met each other at that shop?
The three guys that own this shop is me, Mark, and Mike. We all met a little bit before we moved to that shop. I started going to them for tattoos, and we never even knew each other existed before that. We was tattooing right down the street from each other. Oh, word. They was working at the house too. Oh. So yeah.
All around that?
Yeah.
Around Cleveland Heights too?
Yep. Wow. 2 shops in Cleveland Heights that nobody knew about. We was just getting it in, So we linked up. It all made sense. We did that for a while. This started to make more sense. So we jumped into this, and now we here.
Guys, I'm sure, I can't even, I'm going to go deeper into this, but, so you guys met each other. So do you believe which route would you support more? Like, of course, finding your team if they match, or having to do your own thing and just be by yourself or get your own shop going.
Like I said, we each could have done it alone, but it wouldn't have been this. It wouldn't have been in the flats. It wouldn't have been like it is, man. As big as it's about to be, it wouldn't have been that. I'd have just been somewhere, you know. Yeah, so
just a corner even before.
It's rare that you find that though, of course. So, you know, do what you gotta do. If it's just jumping in and getting your own shit, then do that. But we found something that it makes sense. A lot of people don't find, man.
Because I mean, I've tried a bunch of partnerships because I'm into like real estate, and I've tried a bunch of partnerships, and it never really goes past a project for me. Yeah. You know, I've even spoken to my mom about it, and what she tells me is, you know, maybe you're just the type to just do your thing by yourself. For sure. So try that side too.
It's very rare, man. Yeah. And there's disagreements along the way, but we family though. Like, my circle's so small, I ain't letting nobody in. Right. So it gotta be my brother though. If you ain't my brother, then, you know. So that's how we look at it. It's family. And we gonna figure out whatever along the way, but at the end of that, it's gonna be love. A lot of people they let all this little shit get in between that.
Yeah.
And you can't do that, man.
You're down for it, you're just down for it.
Yeah, the bigger picture.
As long as you guys had the same, so how do you guys figure out, like, okay, this is the direction that we're going to go?
We all was on the same page already, so
it was just clicking.
You guys it's just a rare occasion that, you know, we were all on the same page.
So what was the hustles? Now we're getting into this side of things, starting up here, like getting somewhere in flats. I can't even imagine hoops you guys had to jump through.
Oh,
like,
no, it was crazy.
Was it a straightforward thing that just happened to keep flowing, or you guys had to? I'm sure you guys fought some battles to get this place.
It was crazy. Initially, it started off as just looking, and then found this, and it started. Yeah, we got to jump on it. And, you know, the numbers we had went out the window so fast, but it's cool, you know what I'm saying? You just keep, at a certain point, it's like, man, fuck it, I'll put whatever into this, whatever, because this is what it's going to be. So there was a lot of hoops. It was a lot of sitting in front of, you know, we had to sit in front of a panel to even get accepted to have a business downtown, let alone a tattoo shop because of the stigma that come with it. You know, drugs and whatever that come with it. You know, I ain't gonna knock no other shops, but we don't do it like that. We really about the art and, you know, providing a space for other artists
to express themselves.
Yeah, man.
I'll show you guys a clip of this place. This place is dope. I mean, just give the address and the name of the shop for anybody watching too. That is to come
Green Light Tattoos and Art Gallery, Cleveland, Ohio. It's 1215 West 10th Street, Cleveland, Ohio. We right in the flats. If you down here kicking it, you're not gonna miss us. It's the only
right
shop
there.
You know?
It's right there, man. The location is perfect. Like, it's literally perfect. So you guys, who came up with the design and everything of the whole shop? And the name, how did everything come about?
It changed so much, man. Mike came up with the name. We have been looking for a name. I forgot the other names we came up with, but that one made the most sense. Just the point of it is just to keep going, though. Keep progressing. Right. You know, shit might happen. Just keep going. You know, green light. You see a green light, you keep going.
Keep going. And then you guys started putting together the whole layout. Okay, we're gonna have a sitting area there, gallery over there, and everything. So I'm guessing 3 of you own it, and then the rest of them you guys employ, or they just buy a seat, or how does it really work?
Everybody pay booth rent, so they are self-employed, independent contractors.
Okay.
And we 3 own it, own the shop.
Okay. Nice. Do you guys also pay for the booth that you guys own? Do you treat it that way?
I mean, in a roundabout way.
Yeah. You don't come back around.
That's a lot of expenses that had to be paid already. So
So is there outlooks for like more locations? Like, what's the plan for Greenlight?
This our first year. We like towards the end of our first year. like I said, we just opened last month, like officially. So, but we've had it since we've been here since like January or something like that. So we got a lot of plans for it. We really don't know. I personally don't see myself living here, you know, for the rest of my life. So
how's that gonna work though?
I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be more than one location. Speaking into existence for sure.
For sure, you gotta tap it in.
Atlanta, LA, something.
Nice.
Somewhere.
That's for sure. As long as you guys gonna be in Texas, because I'm moving over there soonest. So as long as y'all there, if not, I guess I gotta travel back to Cleveland and get my tattoos or something.
To get to Houston, and I'm about to start traveling. So
okay,
yeah, I'm about to start traveling for work.
How's that side of things like though? Like traveling and being a tattooer, is it hard to build your clientele doing it that way?
No, because a lot of people, like I said, it's been 12 years. So a lot of people have moved. I got a lot of people that live in California, and they catch flights to come here to get tattooed. Oh, wow. It's better to do that than to get tatted out there. Atlanta, DC, a lot of places though.
When you say this stuff, you gotta have. When you say skill, is more skill or more talent?
I feel like it's a little bit of both though, for real. It's a little bit of both. I would say more skill though.
More skill.
Mm-hmm.
So would this be is this the end all be all for you, or is there something after this outside of tattoos? Because you've been doing this for like a while.
It's been a while, yeah. That's a good question. But me personally,
yeah,
I don't even want to. It sounds crazy, but I don't want to be no old ass person though. I really don't though, man. I be in the moment a lot. Okay. But I need to start thinking about that though. Yeah, I can't do this forever. You right. Just putting money in different places though.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to holler at you or something, man.
Shit, anytime.
Put money with you or something, man.
You know,
for real.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, even with my stuff, like that's why I'm trying to like get my stuff to it, my content to it. Because like I feel like a lot of people think like you either have to be 100% into like the investments or all that kind of stuff, or doing but you can do both. You know, there's always ways to do both. But at the same time, I don't like to like push people, because some people might just not care about anything like that. You know.
Definitely been thinking about investments and just different shit, man. Different shit.
But if you weren't doing tattoo though, do you have an idea of what you'd be doing?
Like I said, it'd be something
in arts though.
It might be something in arts, but it might just be. I know it'll be something working for myself. I know that. I don't know what, because I be trying to work smarter, not harder, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But it'd be something.
Where do you think is the most painful location though to get a tattoo?
For me, I'ma always say the wrist, inside of your wrist. But I don't got a lot of spots that people say is painful, like ribs and shit like that. You gotta ask him that. He'll know before.
He does the difficult parts.
That nigga tatted.
Man. Do you still have count of how many you are at now, or you lost count?
I got 10 tats on my damn face, so I
lost count of
lost count, man. But I do remember counting though. I remember I used to be like, yeah, I got 40 something.
Damn. I still had like 3. Do you think of yours in like themes, or you just really think of a particular piece and just put it on?
No, I feel like everybody, when you first start out, you try to think of like what it means and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, if I see some cool shit, I'll get it tatted, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I got stuff of like just cartoons I used to like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so I don't really think too hard about it. I schedule an appointment the day of, I think of something to get.
Are there some appointments that you've just turned down? Like, nah, I'm not drawing this.
Yeah, when it get to being repetitive and the same things over and over, I'll first offer you an alternative or something I would rather do.
Yeah.
If you're not open to that, then, I can't do it. I've done it too many times or something like that.
Well, what are some repetitive ones that you're seeing that you're just like, nah?
When people just come and they say, oh yeah, I just want clouds, or, you know, they say some shit like that. And it's a lot of pictures, you know, you type in something on the internet,
Same
this
pictures
picture is popping up every time. And it's a few that we all be passing around in group chat. Like it's this one with these 3 roses that every artist has seen. Like if you do that tat like that, you just don't have no imagination because everybody done seen that, man.
Has anyone let you freestyle on your body before?
Yeah. And I got a whole album of shit that I would like to do. So I'll just pitch one of those.
How you pick people that you do? I think I want one. I'm gonna let you freestyle one.
Okay.
One day.
No, I normally just give them the phone and let them pick from
Let them pick whatever.
folder. Yeah. It's a lot of nice shit in there that I would like to do. For sure.
All right, we'll come to the end of another episode, and we just talked about my guy D. I'm gonna refer to him as D now. You know, we just spoke about, you know, his whole journey getting to this point. So if you guys are in the area, if you're in Cleveland, Ohio, trying to get your tats done, definitely hit up my man. So.